Alright, what is up everybody? I am back. Feels good to be back. If you saw my last video, you'll know that my PC took a dump on me this last week and I haven't been able to do anything with the channel in the past week. Before all this went down though, I just finished playing Celeste. I expected to like the game. I expected it to be good based on all the critical acclaim it received back then. I expected to like it, but I did not expect to like it as much as I did. This game is amazing. If you've ever enjoyed a 2D platformer, you absolutely must play this game. In Celeste, you play as this girl named Madeline who she decides to climb this mountain. The mountain is called Celeste. That's the name of the game. And you don't really know why. You don't know why she's doing what she's doing, but you know that you have to do this. And throughout the game you kind of start to learn why you're going up the mountain, and you learn that there's more to this mountain than meets the eye. There's some kind of kooky characters and lovable characters you meet along the way, and there are some kind of supernatural things going on about this mountain, a lot of dangers to this mountain, and along the way Madeline will also be facing some of her inner demons and parts of herself that are dark and she wants to push aside. Very cool. There's a lot going on here, but at its core it's just a very simple platformer. You'll be running and jumping and dashing and climbing your way through these screens, you know, trying to get up to the top of the mountain. It's not in a getting over it sort of way. You're not just going up. You're going in every direction, sort of. There are some Metroidvania aspects here. You're going left, right, up, down, trying to progress through each stage. And you'll be doing a little bit of backtracking, opening up various paths, and then going back to where you came from to go in a new direction. But not so much that it gets tiresome or bothersome at all. I think the pacing is really fantastic in this game. And just the feel of it, the fluidity, the pacing, it feels really good. And don't let the simple mechanics fool you either, because there's plenty of challenge. You're gonna die dozens and dozens. You're gonna die hundreds, many hundreds of times by the end of the game, but it doesn't punish you at all. You're encouraged to die and then get up and try again and again. Unlike other games that will, you know, send you back a long ways, there's none of that. Every time you die, you immediately respawn on the same screen. So it's just non-stop. You can keep going and going and going, and that way you don't lose steam, you don't get discouraged. You're gonna climb that mountain and you're gonna have a good time doing it. And with each chapter comes new gameplay elements. You'll learn new techniques here and there. You'll have different environmental aspects being introduced, things you can bounce off of and launch yourself from, and it just keeps it interesting and adds a new level of variety, a new level of challenge each level, each chapter of the story. And the story itself is really quite intriguing. It's sort of a it looks like such a minimalistic game, and like there wouldn't be a lot of story elements, but it's just so mysterious from the beginning. Like, why are you trying to get up this mountain? Who is this character? But you learn more about the character throughout the way, and she's just so dang lovable. And the other characters you meet are all very interesting, and the kind of the dialogues that happen between them in between some of the levels, and you know, it's a super heartfelt story, and it's very real. It speaks to humanity and all of our insecurities that we all have, and you know, facing our inner demons, and you know, challenging ourselves to do things that seem impossible. I absolutely love it. I fell in love with all these characters by the end of the game, and I wasn't ready for it to end, to be honest. That's the one thing I can say about this game, is that it's pretty short. Now, it can be played longer, but I was just trying to get through the story, just the main game, so I could review it. It's about 4.5 hours. However, there are a lot of extra added challenges in the game that you can definitely pursue that will add a lot more time onto the game. There are hidden items you can collect. There are kind of bonus strawberries hidden around the levels just for bragging rights. But if you find all of the hidden items, there's actually an end game level, some bonus post game content. So you can definitely prolong the game by trying to collect everything, and it's an experience you'll want to have more than once. I could definitely see myself coming back to and playing through this game again. The graphics on this game are great. At first glance, it's okay. It's a 2D pixel game. Looks like a retro game. Everybody's doing these retro looking games, but it just works. There's a lot of variety in the different environments, and there's just a lot being told by these limited amount of pixels in this art. I think we've come to a point where we can't judge graphics just by how real it looks. For a long time it seemed like people were just trying to make their games look more and more realistic, and that still is definitely true in many cases today, but we have to look at it as an art form. What is the art accomplishing? What is it setting out to do? There's a lot of character in each of the sprites, and the little dialogues at the top are really nicely illustrated, hand-drawn graphics. So you have the pixel art, and then you have the detailed drawings, illustrations of the characters with the speech bubbles, and in between stages you get these really beautiful illustrations that kind of sum up the end of the chapter. It's a beautiful game. Don't let the first glance, don't let your first glance opinions judge your overall feelings about this game. The sound is really nice too. I love the soundtrack. It has a really nice chiptune soundtrack, much like an old school game would have, but there are kind of different genres here, different genres with different chapters, different levels that kind of capture the feeling of that level. You have some kind of lo-fi hip-hop beats, and you have some jazzier stuff, some more dramatic, intense stuff as well. It really captures the feeling of each part of the game you're in. Love it. Overall though, this game just feels great. Like I say, it's one of the best platform games I've ever played. Yeah, recent platformers I've played, it's like Super Mario Odyssey, and then Celeste is like right down here. Of course, Odyssey is this massive game. Celeste is this very short game, but just the experience I had, the amount of joy that this game brought me, it's so good, guys. It's a beautiful game, full of heart, full of simple yet challenging yet accessible gameplay. So good, so good. It's a definite must play for absolutely everybody. Check it out if you haven't already. Celeste, like I say, it's pretty short. If you're not trying to collect all the secret items and whatever, I would say maybe get it when it's on sale, but whatever you do play it. It's available on Steam. I believe it's on all the consoles right now as well. Definitely pick it up. I think you will love it. Anyways, thank you for watching today. Like I say, it's great to be back, and I'll have more content coming out soon, so be sure and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Give this video a like if you liked it. That would help me out a lot, and leave me a comment. Let me know your thoughts, and yeah, just say what's up. Thank you again for watching. Appreciate it so much. I will see you next time.